It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see who's better, Houston's former team or its current one. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We are just about 10 miles south of downtown. You get a look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that it's a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who love to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
About ready to get this one started. Kaimi Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go from Houston. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the veteran from Oklahoma State. It's Mason Rudolph.
The thing that has always really stood out and impressed me the most about this guy, Mike, is how steady and reliable he is anytime he's called upon. You know exactly what you're getting anytime he's under center. Maybe not the...
Oh, the first play, and he is intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick six and an early touchdown. Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans will take a 7-0 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. On the return, here's Tyjae Spears. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They are obviously still smarting from that pick six a moment ago. Quick 7-0 hole. Try to start digging out now with 1st and 10. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter, pass rusher extraordinaire, in action again.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That to the sideline and intercepted. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick six and an early touchdown. Well, the quarterback trying to find somebody open there, but that time, instead of finding his running back, it goes back the other way for a defensive score.
Mike, I think this is just one of those cases where the quarterback's just a little too casual with the throw. He kind of goes to his running back late on the check down. He never sees the defender until he's chasing him on his way for the touchdown.
Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Texans will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Titans offense and Mason Rudolph heading out onto the field. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. That one complete. It's Tyler Boyd. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now, faking the give. That's deep, looking for Boyd. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
He's got his man. That's Boyd. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll run it with Tony Pollard. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He is in. Chig Okonkwo. Touchdown, Titans. Greg, we better tie those shoelaces tight. We could be in for a track meet. Great start on offense in this one.
Yeah, it certainly has, Mike, and I think the biggest thing for this offense is how they've bounced back to some early adversity. They found themselves trailing here in the 1st quarter, and they cut into that lead. I got a feeling this thing's going to go back and forth, and we're going to have some fireworks ahead of us.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Titans are on the board. It's now 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023, From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year two. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year two, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year two is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On second down, Stroud. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. Good-looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. And that ball incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. That one caught by Tank Dell. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
First carry for Joe Mixon. And he'll get about 5. Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. That one underneath here to Mixon. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Mixon. Good blocking, and he's in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Fairbairn to add the extra point. His kick is good, and the Texans will take a 21-7 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Spears now to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Titans offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. To throw is Rudolph. He'll get this complete. Nick Westbrook-Akine. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Now for the 3rd time in the 1st quarter, he's been intercepted. That's the safety, Jimmy Ward.
Well, what this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth, he certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And that'll be batted down and incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
If you want to be a top-notch NFL DB, of course, yes, the athleticism is a given, but it's really, you have to be instinctive. The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills, and you saw them on full display right here, leading in the big-time breakup.
That's into the hands of Dell on the right side. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the 1st down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
They will work the middle with Mixon. Strong. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 15-yard line. It's a big-time run by Mixon. 32 yards.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Toward the boundary, taken in by Collins.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
A tight end in motion now. Here's Mixon. And he's into the end zone. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. That's 2 touchdowns for him now in this 1st quarter alone. Give him a 2nd touchdown on this one. What an opening quarter, Greg. 2 rushing touchdowns in the 1st.
Well, Mike, we kind of had a feeling this might be the case. They told us all week how important it was to get this guy involved early and often, and boy, have they ever. He has made his presence felt here early in this one.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans are able to extend their 1st quarter lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Spears now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Titans offense ready to get back at it. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. Rudolph. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing, Rudolph. He'll get this into the hands of Ridley, complete. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Rudolph looking to throw. This one pulled in by Westbrook-Akine. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Now Rudolph. It is caught. It is Westbrook-Akine. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Second and 7. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the 1st down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, not only getting outside the pocket, buying more time for his receivers, but then finding a man open who's able to pick up enough to move the chains.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Once again, it's Spears. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here now, 3rd and 5. Back to throw is Rudolph. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Folk's kick is good. And the Titans cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Texans offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They've raced out to a big lead as they look for a potential early knockout. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Finally, this defense has been searching for a big play after giving up 2 touchdowns on the previous 2 drives. They're going to need more of that. They have to find more impactful plays that end drives and get the ball back to their offense.
Man in motion, it's Diggs. A run here with Mixon. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
Well, not a great start to this drive offensively. You take the sack on 1st down, and you're thinking, all right, let's go to the ground game. Let's pick up some of the lost yardage. But then you take a loss again, and now it sets up 3rd and real long, and you find yourself in a tough spot.
From the gun, here's Stroud. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. And he's going to take this one all the way. 84 yards. Touchdown, Houston. Fairbairn to add the extra point. The kick is good, and the Texans are able to extend the lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Spears now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Titans offense ready for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's Rudolph. That's to the sideline where he finds Boyd. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. They'll stay on the ground with Spears. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Jalen Petrie up to make the tackle. Third and 5. The motion man is Boyd. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
So on fourth down, the Titans turn it over to Ryan Stonehouse to punt. Robert Woods back to return for the Texans. And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken. Texans offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. This one complete to Jordan.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Stroud. He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. It's good for a Texans first down. We are through 1. It's the Texans who have the early lead. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. They'll go play action with Stroud. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Kenneth Murray. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A run with Spears. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. A run up the middle, Spears. And he will score. Tyjae Spears. Touchdown, Tennessee. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
Now, Folk, on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Titans are able to edge a bit closer. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there on the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll send a tight end in motion. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Quandre Diggs there on the tackle. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. He's got Dell for that one. 14 on the pickup. 1st down for Houston. To throw, it's Stroud. That's complete to Stephon Diggs. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's a toss right side to Mixon. Oh, yeah. A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire 1st half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll give this to Mixon, running right. Mixon has the 1st down and more. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
What we're seeing here in this 1st half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. He's got his big tight end, Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Houston. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Spears now to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and Tajay Spears getting ready for their next possession. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
They'll go back to Pollard on 1st down. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Rudolph. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Rudolph. That's deep, looking for Boyd. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. On 1st down, they'll start with Mixon. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to Mixon. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Harold Landry there on the tackle. Third down, 3 to go. Now Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on 3rd down at these shorter down and distances. But in this case, they catch the defense off guard. They timed it up well, and the back is able to convert and pick up the first down.
Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mixon. Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard. Man in motion, it's Diggs. Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. Third down and 9. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
So, on 4th down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. Jaquan Jackson is back deep for Tennessee. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. A short gain there to about the 22. Second down and 8. They give to Pollard on the option. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Now Pollard. He'll push forward for about a yard. Christian Harris there on the stop. Rudolph looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Throwing, Rudolph. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud ready to get to work once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Stroud. They go right back to Collins. He's got it again. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Throwing is Stroud. He'll dump this down to the fullback coming out of the backfield.
Seems like the fullback is kind of the last of a dying breed, but we see them used occasionally in the run game. But, man, when you have a guy that you can target in the passing game, it just adds one more layer for a defense to have to worry about.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. From the gun, here's Stroud. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Mixon. Powerful running there, stiff-arming his way for a gain of 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They will work the middle with Mixon. And he'll bring this inside the 15, and that's good enough for the 1st down. To throw is Stroud. That's complete to Diggs. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Texans. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Fairbairn to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans will add one more onto their big lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Spears now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They run it straight ahead with Pollard. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. Here's Rudolph. He's got his man. That's Boyd. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw is Rudolph. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice job with the protection up front. It just, nobody could get open downfield, so it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate. But also, how impressive is that by that defense to be able to cover for that amount of time?
Now Rudolph. To the left side in the hands of Boyd. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
That caught Tony Pollard.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Back to the air one more time. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They can keep the drive alive if they get to the 4, but facing 3rd down at the moment. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down. No handoff. He'll keep it himself. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short. Here now, 2nd down and goal. They'll look to run with Pollard. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Tony Pollard. Touchdown, Titans. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Stroud gonna set up to throw, and a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that tip ball, I think, just saved a huge play because this offense found something. They had an open target with a lot of room to run, and unfortunately for them, the defender gets his hand on the ball, and that went away pretty quick.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. Trying the right side, taken in by Collins. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Stroud to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and it's really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off. And this is one of the cases, Mike, where defenders, they get their eyes in the wrong spot. They call it eye discipline. He catches them looking elsewhere. It allows him to get upfield and make this 3rd down a lot more manageable.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Here's Stroud. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. That's taken in. And he's going to have a Texans first down. It's a gain of 12 facing 4th down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. It was a terrific first half from the former Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Here's Pierce for the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. 1st and 10. On the give, this is Mixon. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run with Mixon. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Over the middle, he's got the tight end Schultz. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
All right, Mike, now it's getting to the point where it's almost becoming borderline disrespectful. I mean, despite having this big lead here in the second half, they continue to take shots downfield. They are not content with just running this clock out and shaking hands and going off with a win. Truth be told, I think they're trying to embarrass him, and they're doing a pretty good job at it.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mixon. And he's going to pick up the first down. Tackle made right at the 20-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On first down, they keep it on the ground, and they keep it with Mixon. And he'll be taken down.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. They'll run here with Mixon. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1. Setting up 3rd and goal. You have a tight end motioning left here. They'll try and run with Mixon.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. Spears now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Titans offense and Mason Rudolph heading out onto the field. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the actually the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game under pressure all game long. The secondary feasting on his passes. They'll come up here 1st and 10. The motion man is Boyd. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
Rudolph. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Pollard. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down. Third and a yard. They'll try and run for the first down with Pollard. Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a cutback lane. It never opened up. And now it's 4th down.
3rd and short. You think the defense has everybody packed in there real tight. So as a play caller, you're thinking, all right, let's give my running back a chance to stretch and cut. But this defense was ready for all of it. They string him out wide. Nowhere to cut. Take him down for a loss.
The Titans punting unit comes out to the field as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
On first down, they'll start with Mixon. A short gain there to about the 22. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. And here's the first carry for the power back, Dameon Pierce. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Again, it's Pollard. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
On 3rd down, here's Pollard. And he will convert. Good job there. Drive continues at the 48. Westbrook-Akine motioning here. They run on the jet sweep, and that one shut down right away. Good pressure on the backside. The defense stops him for no gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
Running here, it's Pollard. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He dropped for the loss of a yard.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Westbrook-Akine. They get 14 on that hookup. 1st down for Tennessee.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? To throw is Rudolph. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. It's a gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Titan first down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
From the gun, they'll give it. It's Pollard. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7. They send Ridley in motion. Rudolph looking to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's going to be taken down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Second and goal. Throwing, Rudolph. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
This one caught just past the pylon. Nick Westbrook-Akine. Touchdown, Tennessee. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Folks' extra point is good. And the Titans are able to cut into the deficit. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. That one caught by Tank Dell. A second down throw for Stroud.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. Spears now to return it. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Right back to Boyd. He's got it again. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the third quarter. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw is Rudolph. He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now Rudolph. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
He's got his man. That's Boyd. And he's going to have a Titans first down. They pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. The gain is 18.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Quick throw, taken in. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Out of the gun, they give it to Pollard. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. They send Ridley in motion. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And the Titans are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Again, they try Pollard. And this time, he's in. Tony Pollard. Touchdown, Titans. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Touchdown here in the 4th quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the 4th quarter.
The decision is made. The offense will stay out there and go for 2. Here's Rudolph. That'll be caught. And he gets into the end zone for the 2. So it's not over yet. It's back to a 2-score game. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Here's Pierce for the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Texans offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet, but they'll get him down for no gain.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
On 2nd down, Stroud. That's caught right side, the tight end, Schultz. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 59 yards.
When he continues to play at this level, Mike, it just makes this team so hard to beat. It's the combination of leading both long, sustained drives and then being able to strike in bunches. It puts so much pressure on these defenses, and with the way today's game has gone, doesn't look like he has any plans on slowing down.
They look to run with Mixon, and he will score again. Joe Mixon, touchdown, Houston. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Here comes a return from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Titans offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Things not looking good, but see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Rudolph. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They'll run for it, and it's Pollard. He's going to pick up a Titans first down as they get 4 on 4th and inches.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
He'll throw it left and has his running back. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. To throw is Rudolph. Open man, he's got Boyd. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback, but the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Rudolph looking to throw. He'll look middle here, caught by Boyd. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
And a short pickup down to the 21. Throwing, Rudolph. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Second down and 3. They'll go right back to Mixon. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down. The give running right. It is Mixon. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Mixon. Mixon has the 1st down and more. And he's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll tuck it and take off. Stroud avoids the contact as he slides to a stop after picking up the 1st down. That's 17 yards, and that's a 1st down.
Anytime a defense decides to blitz, Mike, they're always rolling the dice, and we see why. You bring that extra defender, and if he doesn't get home, that quarterback not only can escape the pocket, but there is a lot of room to operate downfield.
That's to the sideline, pulled in by Diggs. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll run with Mixon. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Texans will extend their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Titans offense and Tyler Boyd heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice job there by the defender. He's able to break up the pass, but I think if he's able to get there just a little bit sooner, now you can get 2 hands on the ball and give yourself a chance to come down with an even bigger play and come away with the pick.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Danico Autry, the veteran, in to bring him down.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Texans offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
So it's a win here for the Texans. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big 1st quarter lead, and did not look back as they cruise in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Texans, as we say, so long from Houston.